Okay, that should do it.
Hope your pictures come out good.
Yeah, if you like them, we'll get some copies to give to your boyfriends.
You're going to be talking out of the other side of your mouth when I get through with you.
A potentially dangerous prisoner. Want you to, we'll have to cuff you again.
You can't. I wasn't arrested for a violent crime.
We don't really strike you as sticklers for detail, do we? We just get the job done.
I am allowed to make one phone call, right? Well, I haven't made mine yet, and I need my hands free for that.
One call.
Well, I'd like to make it now.
Okay.
Some people, they like to take these big gulps, you know. I like to take little sips. I play the phone. Whoa, you can take a minute.
Come on, take it easy, take it easy. Why don't we just...
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Well, why don't we just let the machine take that?
Okay.
Yeah, this is Frank Cooper. Leave a message and I'll get right back to you.
Frank, this is Harley. I was arrested. I was wrongly arrested by these crooked cops, and I need you to get down here and get me out of here now.
Come on.
Look, I'm already checked in. Would you just back off and give me a little space?
But we're not done yet. We still want to get to know you a little better. And you're going to play by our rules.
You don't make the rules. The law makes the rules.
But I'm the law. As far as you're concerned, I'm the law in your life, sister. So you better learn what law-abiding means.
We're ready for you.
Blocking the light.
Tracy, why aren't you fighting? You fight or you don't fight. It turns out the same. Keep your mouth shut, follow the rules, and it's no problem. Well, how long is you leave for? A couple of hours. I'll be in front of the judge in a little while. I'll cop to a misdemeanor and my pimple post back. Well, how much is that? Well, I'm getting up there now, but first timer like you, $250. Then Frank can handle that. You wish they'd hurry up and get to me already. Pull out. No, I know. Listen, my company will be glad to bail you out if you need cash. Thanks for the offer.
Tracy Benson?
Yeah. Face peeping. I like to get out of here.
This is my seat.
Rosie Jensen.
Hey!
Wait, Rosie. When do I get out of here? I was in way before Rosie.
Gee, I don't know. Maybe your paperwork got lost in the pipeline. That happens sometimes. Sometimes it gets lost for days.
What about my phone calls? What about it? Phone call? Hey, I only got a machine before. Nobody knows I'm here. Nobody knows I'm here.
This street girl's busted for solicitation. Harley.
What are you doing?
Listen, I gotta get out of here, all right? Pull down the fort.
Believe me, I want you gone.
Then do something.
There's nothing I can do. You've had your arraignment, your bail's been set, you've had your phone call.
Yeah, but I didn't do anything to begin with. My phone call only went to an answering machine. That can't count. This isn't justice.
I'm sure somebody will see to it. Yeah, I will.
No.
What, honey?
Harley Davidson Cooper was arrested last night on charges of solicitation.
What?
That's what it says. It can't be true. Let me see.
Well, of course it's not true.
It says that they held her overnight. Look, we've got to get to the station and help her. See if she's okay.
Sammy, just cool it, will you? It's a mistake.
Well, it says they were holding her.
Yeah, well, she'll be all right. I'm sure that Frank is already there.
Well, I still got to go. Harley must be pissed and be tied. Let me out of here! I'm not stopping until I get an answer!
I got an answer for you, sweetie. Pipe down and you'll be swallowing your teeth.
This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
Harley. Sis, honey. How you doing? You all right? Come here. I took care of your bail for you.
Thank you so much!
I didn't know you were here, sis, until I read the paper this morning.
This is in the newspaper?
Yeah, it is.
Great! Why didn't you just come when you got the message?
What message?
I left a message on your answering machine last night when they first brought me in.
Harley, there wasn't a message on the answer. Elaine, she had trouble with the machine last night. She must have erased it. I am so sorry. Oh, man. Listen, what happened? Just tell me what happened.
I will. Just get me out of here.
You got it.
Are we done?
Almost. We've got to process some papers, so, listen, why don't you take a seat right here and tell me what happened?
Okay. I was in that bar on 5th and Stanford, and I ran into Tracy. You remember Tracy from high school?
Yeah, from the neighborhood.
Well, we're just sitting there, and we're minding our own business, and these cops come in. Something funny happened with them and the bartender. Something got passed between them, and I didn't see what it was. But they got mad, they had an argument, and they turned around and they arrest us.
Well, hold on here. Wait, slow down. You must have done something for them to run you in.
Well, Tracy is a hooker.
She's a what?
Yeah, but she wasn't working that night, Frank.
Oh, come on, sis, but still, I mean...
Come on, I don't believe this.
Hey, she is a hooker.
Yeah, but she's also a person, and she's entitled to have a night off. Now, come on, Frank, I was with her the whole time, and she did nothing at all that would look like she was...
Well, maybe they wanted her for a prior.
A prior what? Don't they have to arrest you on the spot for something like that? No, come on, I'm telling you.
Well...
We were just minding our own business, and those cops went after us because we saw what they were doing.
Harley? Levy. How are you doing?
Listen, I'm sorry about what happened. I wasn't on duty last night, or I would have come down to Holding to see you.
No, I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Harley, hi. You okay? Oh, I guess. Listen, Uncle Ross is here. He's going to help you. We read the paper. We knew it was just a horrible mistake.
Yeah, no kidding.
You sure you're okay? Here, come on, sit down. I was in that thing all night. It wasn't even the worst of it. I mean, I didn't do anything wrong. And the way that they dragged me in here and the way that they treated me, it was like the minute I walked in here, I was guilty and I was trash. Why did they do it?
Because we saw these cops doing something they shouldn't have, and they wanted to be good and sure we forgot about it.
Well, I'm glad you're coming back to the DA's office, Ross. We could use some help around here.
Oh?
Yeah, this isn't the first strange incident we've had lately.
Yeah, I know. I read the reports that you've been sending to Leo Flynn.
Well, he promised to keep those confidential. I can't find anything if word gets back here.
Nothing will get back here. You only showed them to me. I'll keep them under wraps.
Well, I just think keep them so far under wraps that nothing gets done. I don't think it was one of Leo's priorities.
Larry, I read the reports. All you have are suspicions.
Well, I need an investigation to get more.
Once I'm in office, I promise I'll look into it. Hey, Ross. Captain Ryan. What happened to my sister last night?
I just got the report, Frank.
Come on, I just paid her bail. She's arrested for solicitation. Now, come on, Larry, that's a joke. I mean, are these charges going to stick?
Well, charges are charges, Frank. I can't change that.
Larry, there is no evidence. My sister was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Apparently so.
That's the one that's causing all the problems.
Hey, Harley. Hey, don't worry. If it's a bum rap, the judge will sort it out. I mean, they've seen it all. They know a frame up.
Yeah, they better.
Yeah, and I'll do everything I can on my end. You know, I owe your brother.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
So don't worry about Wilson too, then Harley's taken care of. Yeah, but this is still an arrest. I mean, Larry, is this going to be on a permanent record?
Well, once the judge throws it out. Yeah, he probably will if Harley just minded the P's and Q's.
Larry, can I see the knife?
You're going to be sorry for what you did last night. You had no right to throw me in jail.
Well, that's not the way I see it.
Well, I do. And I'm out now.
Who sprung you? Your pimp.
Oh, he's no officer. He's a crook with a badge. Careful what you say. What about him? He could sue you for slander. Sam, I can't stand here and be degraded.
Hey, Hutch Gun, they're letting you go, sis.
You're Hutchins, right? Well, you're the criminal. You and your right.
Hey, you asked for it.
Yeah.
Hey, Larry, come here. You're under arrest.
For what? Telling the truth?
Assaulting an officer. You have the right to remain silent. Full responsibility for her. It's a little late for that. You have the right to an attorney.
Please, Uncle Ross.
Let her go. Come on, Larry, stop. Let her go. You saw her, Cap. I'm not going to let some little tramp run over you. Whoa, right. Fine. I'm just trying to keep the peace.
Oh, yeah, right.
Harley, that's enough.
He's lying, Ross. I didn't do anything.
Not another word,
Ross, he's lying. Can you see that? All right, I want you to defend me. I don't care how much it costs. I'll get the money.
It is not a question of money. Now tell me what happened and tell me calmly.
Okay. I was having a drink with my girlfriend. And we were just minding our own business. And this guy Hutchins walks in with his partner. And I see something happen with the bartender. They hand him his envelope, and I'm sure it was full of money. They get into an argument. They turn around and arrest us.
Did you actually see any money?
No. But I can assume there was money in there. We'll search him. Harley, come on. It's been over 24 hours. We'll search his apartment.
It's not illegal for him to have money in his apartment. Anybody else see this transaction?
Yes, Tracy saw the whole thing, but I don't see what difference that makes. I'm telling you, he lied. What do you think, I'm a prostitute?
No, of course not. Why don't you go home? This whole thing is going to blow over.
I don't don't want it to just blow over. This isn't right. It's not fair. You can't let that guy walk back out on the street.
Hey, nobody's saying that, sis.
Harley, the point is all the paperwork has been done here. There's nothing else to do.
Yeah, except get thrown back in jail. Now, you're not going to happen. Come on, let's go. I'll talk to you later. Let's go.
Wait a minute. That's it? That's it?
Right, you can press charges later.
I can't believe you, any of you.
What? Come on, you know.
What happened to me?
Ross said he's going to do everything that he can.
Which is what? I just told him everything that happened, and he did nothing.
Yeah. Did it ever occur to you, sis, that's all that you've got on these guys? Nothing.
Let's go.
Just sit down and cool off, all right?
Listen, do you want me to get you something to eat? Please, the both of you. Stop trying to pacify me.
Hey, listen, I kept you out of jail. I mean, what did you think you were going to pull off anyway?
Yeah, Harley, he's right. You're assaulting a police officer. Wait a minute. You guys weren't there. You don't know what it was like, the way that they treated me in there. How? Tell us. For 1 minute, I'm sitting there, and the next these cops come in. These guys that I was raised to respect and trust, and I just realized that these guys can get away with whatever they want.
Did they hurt you?
Yeah, Frank. Do you know what it's like to be handcuffed behind your back and pushed around? You're defenseless. You can't protect yourself.
They shouldn't have done that. I mean, that's only done for people who are dangerous suspects.
Yeah, but
That's
I am
ridiculous.
dangerous. I am dangerous because I saw them take a payoff. And this was their way of sending a little message to me. Frank, they had this lady cop strip search me. And they weren't very ladylike about it. They took their sweet time letting me make my phone call. They threw me in a cell with some very serious-looking ladies. And people were coming in after me, and they were leaving before me. And when I asked Hutchins about that, he just said, oh, well, you must have lost your paperwork. These things happen. These little threats of his.
That is an incredible abuse of power. I mean, even if you did do something wrong.
Well, I didn't.
Wait, hold on here. You were seen in the presence of a known hooker. And when this stuff was all going down, I am sure that you were probably very vocal about
What are
this.
you
Now,
saying, Frank? Did I ask for this?
No, absolutely not, sis, but I know how you are. And when you get on a roll, you don't think. Now, that's the difference. I mean, you were busted for disturbing the peace and resisting arrest.
Yeah, damn right I was resisting arrest. Frank, what do you think? I propositioned these guys?
No, absolutely not. But come on, now, right now, I'm just trying to put everything together for you, all right?
Well, I'll tell you what happened. I was degraded. And I'm not going to take this line down. It's not going to stop here because I am going to fight it.
You can't bust the cops, Harley.
Then you help me.
No, you have to listen.
Harley!
Uncle Stavros, hey! You're here! Why didn't you call?
I wanted it to be surprise, and it worked. And here, hello, Samantha. You sit there looking like spring flowers.
Hi, Stavros.
Don't say anything to Elaine or Uncle Stavros about this.
You can't take on the entire police force.
I don't plan to. Just two crooked cops, Murray and Hutchins.
It's not that simple. These guys take care of themselves.
Yeah, but Frank, who knows what else these guys get away with? Doesn't that bug you?
Of course it bothers me. But what evidence are you going to use against them?
Like if Minnie Lewis was dragged near the way that I was, you can just bet that entire police force would be scrubbing toilets at Lewis Oil for a month, evidence or no evidence.
Yeah, but Mindy Lewis wouldn't be in that dive the way you were. And besides, what were you doing drinking with a hooker?
She's not a hooker, Frank. She's a friend.
She's a hooker.
But what option does she? I mean, it's not like she has a lot of options. You forget what it's like down on Fifth Street. People are just trying to make it to the next day down there.
Yeah, and they're doing a lot of bad things. You know these cops, they've got their hands full here, sis. And no, I have not forgotten. That's why I'm a lot more careful than you are.
Well, that's it. I think that's it right there. See, people like Mindy and Alan Michael, they can afford to be careless, but it's the poor people who have to be careful.
Yeah, but Springfield didn't invent that. When did you get so spoiled?
Spoiled?
Yeah, Leo Flynn, please. It's Ross Marler. Myrtle, is that you? I'm fine. Yeah, you're sounding younger every day. Yeah, I'm coming back. Myrtle, put me through to Leo. Thanks. Leo, it's Ross Marler. Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
No, I'm at police headquarters right now. I'll explain that particular situation in a little later. Look, Leo, remember those reports you showed me? Right, from Larry Wyatt. Yeah, I read them all. But look, Leo, you didn't quite make it clear to me how concerned Larry was about all this. Yeah, I know that. Well, he is. Okay, now listen, I got a favor to ask of you. Would you start working on that right now? Well, I don't want to do it on my first day at office. Leo, it is not going to affect any plans you may have in the future, all right? Thank you. Yes. Yeah, you too. I appreciate it.
Well, how could you think that Harley Cooper was a hooker?
She offered to be friendly for money. I didn't ask for her pedigree.
The girl was married to a Spaulding. Her best friend is Ross Marler's niece. That's Ross Marler, soon to be our DA.
I'm sorry. I didn't know we were running a favor bank here. Look, if you don't mind, I've got a lot of paperwork to do.
That Cooper girl gets in a lot of scrapes, huh?
Larry, this is ludicrous. This is Harley Cooper we're talking about. The idea of her turning tricks is pure fiction.
Just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Or maybe she saw something she wasn't supposed to see. You about said as much yourself.
You're wrong. I've had my suspicions. I still hope you're wrong.
Yep, I do too. We've known each other a long time. I have the utmost respect for you and your department, but you know that it only takes a few bad cops to make the public, Harley included, distrustful of all of you, and that makes your job a lot harder to do. I'm telling you, my first priority as DA is to weed out those bad cops.
It's not going to win you any popularity contest.
It's never bothered me, but I promise you, though, it won't turn into a witch hunt. I'm going on the assumption that they're all innocent. I happened to be in class the day they mentioned that's how the law works.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
Larry, who do you have in this department that you're sure you can trust?
Here you go. Enjoy it, Harry. Come on, you gotta eat something. Well, suddenly I've lost my appetite. And getting yourself all worked up isn't gonna solve anything. No, Sam, you're wrong. People get worked up, they get upset, they get pushed up against the wall, and then things get done. There are proper legal channels. That's all I'm saying. I'm aware. I have seen how those work firsthand. Oh, come on, Harley.
Hey, Sam, don't even bother.
Yeah, that's right, Sam. Don't bother. It's just good old spoiled Harley. Spoiled. You know, that was bad enough coming from Mindy, but you...
Mindy? What do you...
Yes, Mindy, the little princess herself. She said I thought the world owed me.
Well, she's right. I think you've been hanging out with Alan Michael a little too long. You're no Spaulding.
What does that mean? That I should settle for humiliation and being thrown in jail?
No, of course not.
Well, then how about a little respect? I don't think that's reserved for the upper class.
Well, in case you forgot, that's not how things are done down here, sis. People have to work a lot harder to gain respect down on 5th Street. They have to keep their noses clean. People aren't just going to run in here and fight your battles for you. You have to do it
You're right. It's
yourself.
obvious that you're not going to do it for me. Harley, no, I'll just do it myself. And don't you ever call me spoiled again.
No, hey, Sam, just let it.
What's wrong with Harley?
Forget it. You know, you got things to do back there.
I mean, he didn't mean that. He's just worried about his sister. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hutch. Now I want you and Murray to check out that warehouse for the boat basin. We got a tip on some illegal shipments.
Sure, Cap. But about what happened before.
No, forget it. What? Detective Levy, Ross Marler, our future DA.
Captain Wyatt speaks very highly of you.
Detective Levy had a run-in with Internal Affairs a while back. Somebody tried to set him up. Planted some money in his locker and said it was a bribe.
You think it was someone inside the department?
Had to be.
Why do you say that? What happened?
I saw an officer getting cozy with the wrong people. It's all on the record. The officer was suspended.
You could have looked the other way, saved yourself an awful lot of trouble.
What's this all about?
We have reason to believe that other improprieties are occurring. We'd like you to help us prove that. I understand what I'm asking if you need time to
I'll
think
help you.
about it, too.
It's hard doing your job when you can't trust the guy that's next to you.
Yeah. Say, how'd you beat the rap on internal affairs?
A friend of mine outside of the department, an ex-cop, a special investigator. Got to the right people and changed their minds.
We could use someone like that, someone experienced, but not connected. Should be rather resourceful.
My friend may be just the guy you need.
I'll have a draft.
What are you doing back here?
I never got to finish my beer. Tracy sends her regards.
Is that her name?
You are some fun. She's been a regular here for years. Why didn't you stick up for her?
I didn't see nothing.
That's too bad. Because I did. What's in that envelope?
What envelope?
The envelope you gave the cops.
Why don't you mind your own business? You'll live longer.
I spent the night in jail for doing nothing. That makes it my business.
You're too nosy. Learn your lesson, go home.
It's a free country.
Where'd you get that idea from?
Look, I'm on your side. And I need your help. What's it worth to you?
Beat it.
What are you so scared of?
Early in the day for you, ain't it?
You got a problem with my being here?
Hey, relax. Did I say that? Here. On the house.
Thanks.
How's it going?
Lousy. One of the girls we picked up in here last night is causing trouble.
It'll blow over.
It better. If she crosses my path again, she's gonna learn what real trouble is.
Afternoon, officer.
Wow. Speak of the devil. Manny and I were just talking about you and your friend.
Friend?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. You've got so many in your business. The girl you were with last night, Harley Cooper.
I wasn't with her. I mean, not really.
What are you two cooking up?
Nothing. I hardly know her.
You seemed real tight. The way she was yapping at you down at the station, you'd think.
That's just Harley. She's got a big mouth,
But you wouldn't know, huh? Because you hardly know her, right?
I knew Harley years ago in school.
But they train you for this now, huh?
High school. But she got out of here a long time ago. She's been living on the hill.
Yeah, so everybody keeps telling me. I've had an earful of her big friends. Now, if you know what that chick was doing last night.
I don't know. I don't think it was anything big until...
Yeah? Where was she down? Looking for trouble? Or trying to make an honest woman out of you?
She was having a drink, period.
Not according to us, honey. You remember that. And you better tell that chick. She better keep her nose clean.
Look, if you leave her alone, you won't have a problem. She was a tourist here that night. She won't come back.
She better not. Next time could get very ugly.
Something.
Is Sam here?
Yeah? Harley, what's wrong? Harley, I found Sammy. She'll be right up.
Oh, thanks.
Still not going to tell me what's wrong?
It's nothing. Nothing you would believe, anyway. Hey, I'm sorry I was out in the garden. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. It's just that I need to speak to you in private.
Yeah, of course. Suzanne, we'll finish up. We'll work in the study.
Thanks, Uncle Ross.
Yes, Harley, if this is about your arrest, I'm going to do everything I can to get it off your record. But please, let me deal with the police. Don't you try and do it, okay? You have the files for WSPR?
Yeah, it's first on the agenda. Is there any word yet on a buyer for your shares?
No, I'm still waiting to find out if Daniel can get financing for Harley.
Okay, where were you? Frank was worried sick when you left the diner like that.
Oh, yeah, I know Frank was worried. But he's just like your uncle. He thinks the system is going to work.
Sometimes it does, Harley. Look, you've got the future DA telling them you're innocent. You've got Captain Wyatt, Alan Michael Spaulding, Billy Lewis.
I know, but what about Tracy? She's innocent, too. And she doesn't have friends in high places. What about people like her who get shoved around?
Yeah, you're right. It's terrible and it shouldn't happen, but you can't take care of this yourself.
No, I have to. Because I'm the only one who seems to get this, and I'm not going to give up.
Harley, what did you do tonight?
I went back to that bar.
Oh, you didn't.
I did.
Oh,
Sam,
Harley.
Sam, I've got to prove that I'm innocent.
Everybody knows you're innocent.
No, all of my friends know that I'm innocent. But Sam, that thing was in the newspaper. Everybody in town read about this. How am I going to get a job? Hell, how am I going to get a table at a restaurant? And people are going to be staring at me, Sam. I feel like I have this dark cloud over my head. And you know, newspapers don't go out of their way to print acquittals. All everybody's going to remember is that I was arrested for prostitution. And I can't live with that.
Why did you go back to the bar?
Because I was thinking that maybe I could get that bartender to talk. And you know, I almost succeeded, except that Creep Hutchins came in.
The arresting officer.
Yeah, and he almost caught me. I had to duck out.
Oh, Harley, come on. This is getting too close.
No, Sam, please, you can't come out of me. I've got to fix this. I don't know how, but I'm going to make sure that nobody ever messes with me again.
I've been looking for you.
Just keeping the home fires burning. Protecting our interests.
Yeah, well, you did a lousy job of that last night. You can't believe what I've been hearing at the station.
What, the Cooper chick?
Did you know her ex-husband is a Spaulding? Not to mention that her best friend is the newly appointed DA's niece. And then there's her mother, the Lewis.
Look, I heard all that.
Do you know what she spent last year doing? Do you know?
Feeding the needy.
No, that was the year before when she was helping out at the Fifth Street Seltzer. Last year, she was a nanny for the president of Lewis Oil.
Well, I don't see how she had time to teach Sunday school.
You know, I'm glad that you find this amusing, Hutchins. I, for one, am having big trouble getting any yucks out of this. I think I just remembered an error in the procedural arrest. I think you forgot to give her a Miranda. What do you think?
Yeah, whatever. We can let her walk. But I don't think that's going to stop her. You saw the look on her face. She wants blood. Our blood.
10 months. I got 10 months till my pension. I'm not going to go down in flames over this.
You seen Jimmy? I'm supposed to meet him here an hour ago.
Nah.
Slow night?